Tulsa is on the world map of fine architecture, for a downtown soaring with Art Deco treasures. But just a few blocks west of downtown is perhaps one of Tulsa's best-known buildings. It's a curiosity known as the Cave House, or sometimes the Flintstone House. The structure is what remains of the novel Cave Garden Restaurant, a 1920s venture of business partners Joseph Koberling Sr. and James Purser.
So during the day, people would eat outside at picnic tables and benches, and waitresses would help them. And then in the evening, from what I'm told, it was a speakeasy. You would come through and go through a tunnel that went through the fireplace, and it opened up into a big room under the hill.
That big room deep in the hillside has been sealed off by concrete walls, though nobody really knows why. And through the years, the quirky structure has attracted a host of eccentric occupants, including current owner Linda Collier.
I grew up, and like just about everybody else in Tulsa, had passed it and just wanted to see what it looked like inside. And so one day I read in the paper that it was for sale. They were highlighting it as a landmark, and I quickly ran over thinking I could sneak a peek, and ended up, once the door was opened and I just was smitten, ended up buying it, and I've loved it ever since.
The creative interior decor is all Linda and embraces the cave-esque theme while honoring previous occupants. Minivan seats as occasional chairs pay homage to a pair of mechanics who once lived here. And a key tree helps appease a restless spirit.
And there was a woman people called the Key Woman, and she collected keys. We kept having episodes with people losing their keys around here, and then we'd find them at the side of the hill, even if you hadn't been over there.
The house zigs and zags, and just meandering through it feels a bit like you're on safari.
This is what I call the little parlor room, and this room is a room that people kept seeing the outline of a gentleman that it turned out looked a lot like Mr. Purser.
Sightings of the original owner continue to fuel ghostly rumors.
Some people say it's haunted. I just think it's blessed with good things. I only allow good things in here.
From the kitchen, a very steep staircase leads to the second floor.
Yes, I think the oldest person that I've had get up those stairs was in his 90s, and I was holding my breath.
But once upstairs, Linda's ingenuity and sense of humor is everywhere. From the hot water tank disguised as a still, a nod to the bootleggers who called the place home right up to the 1960s, to the branch bed that was a Linda Collier and Mother Nature co-design. The sunroom is perhaps where the most baffling, unexplained phenomena occurred.
There were rags that would appear at my windows upstairs, and I never could find how anyone was coming in. Didn't understand that at all, because all that was out of order was there were rags out of my rag bag up at the windows.
Then a guest told Linda about a previous cave house occupant named Ella.
She was a dumpster diver and wore cloth all over her, and thus they called her the rag woman. Ella used to collect fabric, and after she washed it out, she would hang it up on the windows up there like curtains. And my hairs on my arm just stood up.
Many Tulsans feel a kinship with the legendary landmark on Charles Page Boulevard. Some go so far as to bring items to the house that they just feel belong here.
I did have someone donate a big box of bones to me here last week. They left them on the doorstep with a big axe.
For whatever reason, love of history or just the sheer weirdness of the place, people continue to be intrigued by Tulsa's Cave House. And thanks to Linda's I've always wanted to see inside tours, your most deep-seated curiosities can finally be put to rest. In Tulsa, I'm Shel Wagner.